Yep.
And my daughter, one time when we were in Hawaii, somebody thought she was a boy, even though she had a pink um, shorts and a top on.
Go figure.
I know, but let's see, where's that haircut picture? Glasses.
Do you want your glasses? How long ago did she get it done?
Let's see. Oh, well, I'm looking at the wrong album, I think. That's what not too long ago.
Okay. Don't you hate that when you're looking for something and then like,
And you can never find it when you want to.
And then when you don't need to find it, it's right
easy
there.
to find it, right? So this was her first haircut, and she really liked it.
That's adorable on her.
Yeah.
That's adorable. And that's going to be so easy.
Yeah.
For like school time with her.
Well, her hair tangles so easily.
She has that fine, like.
Yeah. And so that's why she hates when my daughter brushes her hair. Because mommy is not as gentle as grandma.
Yep.
She goes, it's okay when grandma, combs her hair or brushes her hair.
Right, of course. That's too funny. How are they adjusting?
Well, so Mario starts school on the 19th of this month.
Okay.
So right now, none of their stuff is arriving automatic, so that doesn't.
Oh my gosh, do they have a date of when it's going to arrive?
And, if it were me, I would have been at least following up with the movers. But they're not as experienced with it.
Yes, it's a new land to them.
And so I said, well, maybe you need to really contact them and see.
Yeah, follow up with them.
Yeah, and so, it is what it is. I mean, but yeah. So they had to connect, the people moving from here, connect with it, who's going to receive it on the other end.
Yeah.
Well, they had approved the move on the other side, but they didn't follow up here to schedule it.
Okay.
So that's what had happened.
Now, with that sort of move, does it have to stop in customs and get approved since it's coming out of a country, like a different country?
I don't know. It might.
Yeah, or that might kind of pause it.
Yeah.
And give it some weird change in the date.
But anyway, they have a date now.
Okay,
next year, next semester.
Oh,
next month. Next month.
So how are they getting by? Are they just buying everything they need right now?
So at first they were living on air mattresses, but it's been a while, so they finally broke down and bought some inexpensive beds because they
just enough to hold them
through. Because they have an expensive mattress, and, especially for Melissa and Jeremiah as adults.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everything, so they're just kind of getting by. But this is
I think it's my phone behind you.
okay.
Yeah.
So he had bought a couch just kind of to get by with and stuff. So there's some stuff that they've gotten,
Just enough.
but so they bought a bed. But anything that's imported to Mobile, there's a 25% tariff on it.
Oh.
So if they go to IKEA, then
Interesting. Yeah.
there's an additional 25% added on. That could be a lot.
That can add up.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but
And did you say they started school?
next week.
Next week. Okay.
So, not having their stuff, because, is hard. So it's kind of been, as my daughter calls it, in limbo.
Are the kids homesick?
Mari is. Yeah. So I think that, not having your stuff, like all your
Home.
yeah.
When you're away from home.
Yeah. And so, hopefully, and July is a month where a lot of people just take time off and vacation in a way. So, they haven't been able to meet a lot of people, and stuff. And my daughter's been stuck with the kids since they were out of school here. Oh, 24/7. Yeah.
She's going through it, yeah.
So for her, it's been kind of hard because if you're used to working and adult interaction,
And she's a social person.
so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So it's been an adjustment. I've been Lauren's been homesick. Cora's been okay. But, yeah, it doesn't face him as much.
Yeah.
But,
And one of them just celebrated their birthday recently, right?
yeah. Well, in June, Mama turned 7.
That's right.
And then August, saying that my whole life. Turned 5.
I remember one of them was around Harper's birthday.
Yeah. So, but I think once school starts, Mom is able to meet other kids and
Socialize and
yeah.
make it feel more like she's settled in and not just a guest.
Yeah.
Does she FaceTime you and actually talk to you, or is she?
They do FaceTime, but sometimes the kids are just kind of
And they're well.
Well, Mara will talk, some, but Koa just, he's like a tornado.
That's a boy.
Yeah,
A boy.
so he does say, hi grandma, or tell me a couple sentences, and then he's off and around.
Doing his own thing. Yep.
So, but, it's so funny because my daughter, I never taught her to be a homemaker. That was intentional because, and so she doesn't cook very much.
Yep.
But she's, been cooking a little more now that she's the one that's at home.
At home, yeah.
And so she writes me, she sent me my uncle's
Oh, there it is. You're missing me now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you and Mari are pretty close to each other,
Yeah,
it seems like.
Because, and it's chicken noodle soup. It's chicken noodle soup.
It's different.
Yeah.
I call it made with love.
Yeah.
And it's like that.
Well, that's what I said. She goes, Mom says, Mom doesn't like the soup.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, so,
So if you gotta step up your game.
yeah, this is hers is me despite I guess.
My gosh. I love little things.
Yeah. I think you and I talked about making chicken soup.
Yes.
It does make a difference.
It really does, yeah. Because it can either go from like really bland and just like to actually like flavorful. And I don't want it, actually I think if it's made like enough right way, it's like dry. And if it's made right, it's like a because I like taking the chicken, I don't have to put chicken at least like bones.
Oh yeah, I need the bones.
So I guess it's a flavor.
Yeah, so whenever if we didn't go out to the something engineer, well, I'll bring something up and just finish it. Yeah, cut it. So that's my plan. I can't do it in the street, right? I love food people, so
It's your love language.
yeah.
How you do that. Well, I'm sure that'll be probably the first thing she asks of you when she sees you again. What are you making me? What grade is she going into?
I guess so.
I think so. Because Harper's 9 and she's in 4. Okay, so 8 is good. think when they're grown, that's for sure. I thought of everything now, now that you're trying, I don't want to say lonely, but you don't have fun in here, so what have you been doing for your time?
Well, yeah, I'm working. Definitely part-time, so that helps.
Are you working more than you were?
No?
Okay, good, good.
You know, it's, I'm not working anymore. I mean, initially when I retired, it was like, I was still doing quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've slowed down and not really interest, but there's a couple of projects that also I need to do.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to talk about one of them tomorrow.
Okay.
And if I start to get not much.
Okay. So you're not replacing one with the other, which is good. You're keeping that balance for you.
It's interesting because the managers that I work with, the ones that I stay close with, we've gone out to eat dinner and, things like that. We stay in touch and talk.
Yeah.
So that helps.
That's nice. You get like socialization right there.
So I work with new managers, new general managers, I do that. That is a fun part of my job.
Yeah.
So, mentor.
I was going to say mentorship.
Yeah.
That's big.
So I had about 6 of them. So, that's social interaction.
That's a lot right there.
I mean, and it's, every day, you're still interacting,
And you're invested in them emotionally, because if you're mentoring them, they need to do that.
Right. I would say there's only one person that, there's only one person that I'd say that I didn't care for before, just because she doesn't have reception. It's interesting, because when somebody gets pretty out of it, and then they go, it's like,
It's like wasted.
wasted energy. So, but, one person, it was so cute. He said that, I get to talk to you every week. And I was like, oh, it's good to do it. Anything question, because sometimes it's hard to ask your boss something to you want to see that you're stupid. Anyway, it's like, I invested in their success, but it's not like they were coaching me and, judging them.
They get to be them.
Yeah.
And that's like the best way for them to grow.
So, that's socialization. This is how to do it. Because I usually have 2 capacity.
Okay. That's good for you. Are you getting out of your apartment though?
I am.
Okay, good.
I try to make sure that I have something to do attached to me that I have. And then sometimes it's like, okay, I'm not really much. You're going to find yourself in there.
I'm good by myself. I could see a movie by myself.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
I'm fine with that. There's some that can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, I actually kind of like it because I don't have to conversate because I do enough with that. I can sit here and just enjoy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, I like that. Because if it's evening, you just, if I go out at night, I usually see other people.
Yeah.
I don't really go out for lunch. A lot of them are just like, private restaurant. I mean, it's a family style restaurant, but it's not Chili's or something. So I feel like, I want people to be successful, so if they have good food,
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I try to find like the family-owned restaurants as much as we can in our area versus the big chains.
Yeah. So, there's a couple of Mexican restaurants, one plate restaurant, and they have sushi that are usually for one plate.
Yeah.
Things like that. Well, and then it's not very challenging because I think that the Middle East,
Okay.
more Middle Eastern type,
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
I love it's Very clean and fresh.
And it's so cute because I went to this, I've been in the restaurant and I've done that. We have been over here just a moment. I've gone back a few times and everything. So last time I went there, it's okay, we don't just stand there. I'll give it to this kid. Oh, you're going to make me cry. Yeah, so
It's nice once they get to know you.
yeah.
We have this sushi place that we go to, and they've gotten to know us. So now we just like walk in, they see us, they're like, okay, and they point to the back and we pick out the table we want. And it's funny because Harper, it's what we used to go there for lunch when she was in school, and we started bringing her during the summer, and she was so shy with them. And so he liked to mess with her. He's like, you gonna be shy to me? So it just makes her feel good, you know?
I know it's
You know you're always being taken care of.
my son.
So, I mean, I don't mind, obviously, going to a movie. I haven't been too much in the theaters lately that I wanted to see.
No.
Especially since the kids are on, because I could take them.
To go see movies, yeah.
But, yeah. Like, I'm not into like Dune and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now remind me, you don't have any animals, right?
No, I haven't.
Do they?
Yeah, I put down the cats. Because they were like,
Yeah.
born in 2006, so
Oh, yeah.
they're 17 years old.
They live for so long.
Yeah, they do.
Do you think you would get yourself like a kitten or anything like that, or? Yeah, cleaning up and. Nice. Yes. They're particular with stuff. Yeah, it's not like with dogs, they go and play together and everything. Cats are like, I'm gonna be put in a room and just leave.
Yeah. So, I don't know, just I was watching this video. I was watching YouTube, something on YouTube. It just said, the kitten attack. So that's a kid, 20 minutes. Oh, no. Kitten is so cute.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do love animals, you know.
Are you volunteering or doing anything right now?
No, I haven't thought what I wanted to do yet.
You'll find it. And if you're content with what you're doing, you're good. You know, you're enjoying.
Well, I think it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I like
$20 you please if you want to. Something like that would be great for you.
Yeah, I'm talking to my boss. Let's get together. Because he lives in the Springs.
Oh, okay.
But he said he was going to be in the city. I said, what's up there? He didn't change my traffic going home.
Oh, yeah.
I said, how did we go out and dinner? So I could cherry pick it or something.
Love cherry cricket. I didn't know there was one there.
Yeah, there's one in Littleton.
Okay.
And so it's close, too far, the 470, so yeah, we would just take the all the way down to 470 and then get to 25.
Okay.
I can't wait for that. I'll make her make sure it's gonna have a party. We went out to dinner and then one other manager that worked for me before joined us.
Nice.
And it's interesting since my boss is a really nice guy. He's so young. He's maybe in his mid-30s.
Okay.
And he's a vice president already.
Worker.
but I just felt really close to him, and I asked him, I said, you don't have to answer me, but now that my daughter's gone, he's the emergency who really wanted to contact me. It was absolutely,
Oh, that's awesome for you.
and it's interesting, because it's almost like he checks up on me, because when he's driving home on a Friday afternoon,
Yeah.
he'll call me and say, what's up?
I love it. Because there was that one, he had the WRX, who helped you when you...
Oh yeah, he was manager at one for me, yeah.
Yeah. You tend to have that connection. It's like you have your grown children around you, but...
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, so Brad is kind of like one of my children. Kyle, who's my oldest.
Yep.
He is kind of like my
Yep.
child, even though he's my oldest.
Yeah.
Because, somebody twice he's been offered positions.
Uh-huh.
And he asked me what I thought about it. And both of them, I said, this is my perspective. Moses, who is Kyle's boss, and I work for Moses.
Yeah.
I said, we were talking about last week, Kyle asked me, I said, Moses is going to be so pissed at you. I said, he just made you a vice president, And I said, because somebody once told him that, you have to kind of move around within our company to, grow and do different
Yeah, it's like you do lateral to move up almost.
Yeah. So, Kyle's young, I got, Kyle, you don't have a sell by date on it. So if you stay in your role now and then do something else, 3 to 5 years from now, I said, you're still young.
Yes, still fine.
Yeah.
It's just another check on the resume, a good one.
Yeah. So I said, you just made vice president. I said, I would be pissed if I was. He goes,
For
yeah.
sure.
So I said, he goes, yeah, that's what he was thinking. I just needed to get what he thought. And I go, Moses takes care of you. You know that he takes care of his people.
And that's a good position to be in.
Yeah. So, so in some regards, and he's new to our segment, the universities.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that I still help with.
Okay.
For them, that we'll talk through things. So yeah, he's kind of my child, but not.
Yeah, it's like he comes to you for your opinion, your advice. So it's like a mentorship. But I always find sometimes like mentorships, especially when they're younger, it has that I want to mother them. In a sense.
Yeah. Well, and Kyle said that because, talking about the guys that, like Brad, who brought me to Quentin and a couple other people, because they treat you like, they're not. And they actually call me mother.
See?
Oh, I love it. But,
do you have any plans for this weekend, anything?
not really. I put off doing chores.
Oh,
So I'm thinking, really, should I get to it and do it?
promise. Well, and today is the last day for 8 p.m. sunset. It's gonna start getting darker quicker.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some fall though. Like I don't feel like I had much of a summer, but it's been hot.
Yeah.
And then I leave Saturday for Dallas. It's gonna be 104 with humidity. And I have curly hair and I just cut it. I'm used to it being long, so it's gonna be interesting. Because I'm gonna be going to the award show.
Oh,
So it's called Behind the Chair. I have 10 nominations. And then I'll also be teaching. Busy. Like as soon as I land on Saturday, it's a model program. It's a model program and we start programs. So it's the biggest, so they call it Behind the Chair because we have other hair competitions, like we have NAHA, which is the North American Hairstyling Awards. It's editorial work, and I used to do that one. And then this one is Behind the Chair. It's like I'm filming right now, and I'm gonna cut it all up and make like a coloring video zoomed in on how I balayage.
Okay.
So I take photos of my work after it's done, or color video. So I'm up for like color video, haircut video, red head. Yeah. So it's cool. So they made a competition for us to do hair manager and just kind of court it. And I think it's like 30 countries, over 300,000 entries. So it's a big one. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
That's cool.
But I should be staying for 4 nights, but I'm only going to be staying for 2. I'm leaving during the award show because picture day is the next day. The joys of being a mom. I'm like, I can't miss picture day.
Oh yeah.
I think Harper might lose it because she really looks forward to me being there.
Mm-hmm.
And doing her hair. And she's become very particular with how her hair and everything is done the older she gets. My husband, he's OCD. And she was getting dressed the other day, and she gets very like frazzled lately. And he stopped. He's like, "She does what I have," and it's not things need to be perfect, but with OCD, it's like things have to be done in a certain way, or else it drives me nuts. And I'm like, that's how it is, like with her dressing and her hair, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to do it for picture day because I think she's probably definitely.
You know, that's we never had my daughter diagnosed, but I think that she is OCD. You know, because I mean, even as a little child, you know, she's, "Mommy, what are we gonna do?" And you have to tell her in sequence
Yes.
exactly what we're going to do. And if you're out of sequence, oh, she'll call you on it.
Yes. That's exactly what Harper does. Like, we'll be doing something and she'll go, "I thought we were doing X, Y, Z. Why are we doing this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh?
It's so funny because I mean, I don't even know if she was in kindergarten yet. No, she wouldn't have, because he died when she was 4 years old.
Okay.
So it would have been before then. But we were divorced, so she would spend the weekend with him, and she wanted to know what they were going to do. And he goes, "Well, you know, I'm going to take you home to Mom." Okay, well, no, he didn't tell her that they were going to stop at his niece's house for dinner because the family was kind of getting together for dinner.
Okay.
And so my sister-in-law told me the story afterwards because he would never say it. But she was out of sorts that she would have to eat dinner. And she, you know, everybody tried to coax her to eat. And
She wasn't having it.
she wasn't having any of it. That she stood at the front door with her jacket and her little backpack on, waiting for him.
She's like, "We need to go."
You know, to get done. And I just laughed. And so my sister-in-law told me the story. And, you know, she was not going to have any part of it because that's not what he told her they were going to do.
Right? She's like, "This was not a part of the plan."
And so he was pissed because being a Japanese guy, and, you know, this little kid is like,
Being bossy.
yeah.
That is not a thing. I'm not doing that.
And so he was when I brought her home because he was embarrassed. So he hands Melissa to me like
Here you
this.
go.
Because she didn't eat dinner. And I go, "Oh, that's fine, I'll eat it." You know, and I didn't know why he was so mad. But then my sister-in-law told me the story.
You're like, "Oh."
And so I told him, I said, "You know, whatever you tell her, make sure you tell her in the right order." This is later, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause she's gonna follow through on that.
Yeah, she's gonna, that's her expectation.
Yeah.
So, and so it's interesting because Mari's like that to some degree. And so, my daughter goes to me. And my daughter was always in her own space and time.
Yeah.
And so I was always trying to, "Come on, let's get going." Even as a teenager or college, and it's like, "Okay, we're gonna leave, you know, by a certain time.
Yeah.
You need to get ready."
Yeah.
And Mari's kind of like that.
Okay.
that she's in Hollis Basin. And Melissa's telling her, come on, Mommy, we need to get her away. And Molly just looked at her and goes, Mommy, I'm just slow. And so,
She's a character.
my daughter just said, this is all coming back to her.
It totally is. It totally is.
Because,
That's what daughters do to daughters.
well, it's interesting because by the time high school, I was like, I had a limit. I'm only going to say get up 3 times
Love
because
it.
I got tired.
Yeah, you're like, no try.
So I had a spray bottle with water in it. And so I would spray her. I mean, she was in high school. She would know better to get it. It's not
Yeah.
like I did this when she was 4.
No, she knew.
So I would spray.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get it tenfold back from her daughters.
I
Not
know.
daughter, her daughter and her son.
Yeah. But I just kind of laughed.
You're like, there it is. Now, other grandparents. Has she said how they're adopting to them? Because they don't see them as often.
No. Well, so because the parents are divorced, so the dad didn't come down as often because his wife didn't like him to leave, and so I mean, Melissa's really good about sending photos and
Keeping them
texting.
filled in.
Yeah, keeping them. They have online photo albums that we can access.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So,
She just like uploads all of her photos that she's been taking of
Yeah.
them. That's cool.
and so, and I'm sure that they FaceTime some, I don't know how often, but
They do.
it's interesting, I think that Jeremiah is somewhat relieved. Yeah, because his parents are so religious.
He's away from all that right now.
Yeah, because he's, just totally refuses to take any part of their religion. So,
And they have different views as well.
correct, yeah. So he actually laid down the law that she can't talk about God. Yeah, he said
For
that.
him.
Well, because the kids had started to repeat some of the stuff.
Oh.
And so he says, if they ask about God, you need to say, you need to ask Mom and Dad.
Yep. You're not the one to explain it.
Because she prefaces it like, well, Nana believes. Well, at that age, they can't distinguish what
No.
Nana believes.
No, not at all.
What Nana says is what they're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Did I ever tell you about my stepmom getting Faith baptized without me knowing?
No.
Oh my gosh. So, my stepmom, number
I
2.
didn't cut my bangs this time. Can you see how
I
long,
can see.
how long I
I
got?
know, they're giving me a good amount to paint with. So I'll take that. If anything gets in your eyes, holler at me, okay?
Okay.
So this was stepmom number 2. So my dad's no longer with her.
Okay.
Faith is 5 years old. I go out to visit my dad, and I get there, and my dad owned big furniture stores, like kind of like the American Furniture warehouse that's here.
Okay.
And I get to his furniture store, and I start to see clown noses, those red noses and wigs all over his store. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
And then out comes my stepmom dressed as Bobo the Clown, aka her clown name was Bubbles. And I was like, what is going on? And my dad said, well, God came to her in her dreams and told her that she needed to dress like a clown and she needed to go to jails and make them happy. And this is like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just not going to talk about this. So then, while I was there, I ended up getting like a sinus infection. And my dad's like, you need to rest, stay at home, let your stepmom handle Faith. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, nothing can happen, it'll be fine. So I'm laying there, and then I hear the door open, and Faith comes into the bedroom, and she's in full clown makeup. And I go, you need to go in. And also, I have a phobia and fear of clowns. And my stepmom goes, Faith, tell your mom what you did. And Faith goes, Mom, I committed my life to Jesus Christ. I was like, excuse me? And she's like, I got her baptized and you never did. I almost lost it. It took everything in me. And I looked at her, because I've always had it where I'm like, if my girls want to have religion or anything, that is their choice. I'm never going to force anything on them. And I looked at her and I was like, Faith, this never happened. She was like, okay. And I'm like, God. It's like, Dad, you said nothing was going to happen. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
I mean, that's enough to lose it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, like, I was just so sick. I was like, I'm not going to even fight on this. We're just going to put it to rest. And it never happened.
Like you say, it needs to be their choice, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, even with Harper, you know, with Judaism, I'm like, yes, she is Jewish, but we're not practicing. If she ever came and was like, I want to practice, of course I would. But I'm not going to be the one that tells her, you need to do this, you need to do that. All right, gorgeous. Can I get you water, tea?
Water, maybe.
Okay, I'll go get you some water, and then you're going to process for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can grab you?
Can I put my glasses on?
Yes, just be careful with your front bangs.
Oh, okay.